to How to Go Garden. Today we're going to talk about peppers, specifically peppers in pots. Now you have probably heard about growing peppers in the ground, not a big deal. Peppers in pots or in the garden, in the ground, require a lot of sun. They need long growing seasons, and it's really better if you can start them inside in a grow room and then transfer them outside after hardening them off and such, because they take so long to grow. If you just plant the seed outside, unless you're in a really, really warm climate, it could take a long time, and you might not be able to actually harvest them. Now, something I really want to point out here, which you might not know, is that red peppers, not all red peppers, but it is common, will originally grow as black peppers. Then they will turn green. Here there's a little green spot, he's turning green. And once they're done turning green, like here on the back it's almost completely green, he then turns red. Isn't that cool? So if you have black peppers and you're like, hold on, I didn't plant black peppers, what's going on? Don't worry, they will turn red if they're supposed to be red. The black is just the intermediate type. And here the same thing with the yellows. These green peppers are going to turn yellow. And if I were to turn this around a little bit, you can see at the back it's still a little green. So that's just the normal thing. Something I've definitely noticed, which is definitely worth mentioning, is that peppers are very heavy, obviously. I mean, they seem heavy. So you want to stake them really well. You can probably tell here I've got them staked with some tools, just to keep them from the wind falling over. I could get proper stakes, but since I'm not doing a lot of gardening at the moment anyway, this is working just fine. But I would consider that if you're planning on growing them in the garden together. You can put them close enough together that they can kind of lean on each other, but you'd also want to stake them a little bit. But in pots, for sure, go ahead and stake them up so they're protected. Another thing is watering. Now, we are in Zone 7 in Europe and Germany, and here the climate has been about 20 degrees Celsius pretty much all the time. It's gone down a little bit, and the highest we've had all year is 25, 26. Oh no, a few days ago I think we had 30. But other than those 3 or 4 days, it's been about 25 all summer. So it's not particularly dry. But I come out here maybe every 2 or 3 days, and I give it a really good soak all the way up to the top, let all the water drain down, and then I don't worry about it again for a little while. Now I have them growing in the shade. Normally they want to be in the full sun. I have them growing in the shade because this is where my potting table is, but they would do better if they were in full sun. That being said, they were in full sun before, and then they did fine. So, you know, you can always kind of work with that. There are certain spots where I'd say you can't grow anything there because there's not enough sun, but then I put the plants there and they do fine. So you never know. It's a lot of practice, trial and error, and figuring things out. I'm Scarlett. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Toodaloo!